Alright, hey guys, what's up? Whoops, I accidentally hit the sign there. But anyway, guys, what's up? It's Awesome Gerb1 here, and I'm here today for what that sign did say. A double mod review Monday. Now, whoops, I'm flying. Now, the reason I'm doing a double mod review, Monday this week is because I was sick last week and I didn't have the energy to make one. So, I decided what better way to make up for you guys than a double mod review Monday. That's right, guys. A double mod review. Now, before we start these mod reviews, my bad, I just want to state that these mods are actually going to be installed on the server that me and my friends are going to have, and we're going to play multiplayer stuff on, and the date when that's going to be released is actually pending, so, don't get too excited. We're still, discussing out the details. But, anyway, yeah, let's get started. Now, the first mod we have here is the Battle Gear mod, and, oh, I hear a zombie, probably should turn it to peaceful. There we go. And we have the Battle Gear mod for 1.6.4. I'm doing this on 1.6.4 because I hear 1.7.2 is really unstable, and also plus a lot of the mods haven't updated to 1.7.2. But, until then, we're going to be working on 1.6.4. Now, here is how you make a spear in, Battle Gear. It's very simple, complex, but you're going to need one of these, spear basic things. It's like the base for all spears. Now, to craft one of those, you're going to need 3 sticks in this pattern on the crafting bench, and that'll get you one of these spear looking things. I forget what it's called. Now, I believe you put an ingot or, any kind of thing you'd use to make a normal weapon, like an ingot or diamond or gold on top of it like this, or it could be to the side. I'm not quite sure. I forgot before I did this, and it's getting dark. Let's just do time set 0. Alright, now, over here we have a battle axe, and this is absolutely completely awesome because I love battle axes. I think it would be a great addition to Minecraft if they did add it, but, they haven't yet. And this is how you craft one with any, like cobblestone, diamond, gold, the usual vanilla Minecraft items in this pattern to make a battle axe. Now, they also have daggers. Daggers are really small things. You're going to need 1 stick, not one of these little things, to create a dagger, and it has to be sideways. That I remember sideways. And to make a shield with ores like gold, diamond, and iron, you're gonna need it in this pattern. Have a wood block in the center, and then your whatever ore around it. But for some reason, it's a little different with leather and wood. With a wood shield, you're going to want it in this cross-shaped pattern to make a wood shield. And to make a leather one, you're going to want it kind of like in the same cross-shaped pattern, except, 1 wood in the middle and then 4 leather around it. And that's how you make a wood shield. And last but not least, well, oh wait, no, not last, my bad. 1 second, there's like a little update. Here we have a quiver. Now, to make a quiver, you have leather in like this huge capital U shape, and you make a quiver. And that holds, I believe, 4 times as many arrows as in like one little slot. And then you can right click it and it'll unlock. And this is what are they called? Maces. Here's a mace. And to craft the mace, you just add a stick and then whatever vanilla, ore thing to craft a sword you would use in here. That would make a mace. And with a wooden one, it's called a club. I don't know why it's called a club. But anyway, here are the weapons. We have the Iron War Axe plus 1 armor penetration. See how it has like that? The extra thing. Its armor penetration means basically that it will ignore armor and it will add 1 if it has like armor or whatever. Iron Dagger. It has a -2 reach than a sword, but has extra 50% attack speed. It also has like backstab. I don't know why it has that. Wooden Spear. Its reach is at plus extra 2 and also mounted damage, like on a horse or a pig or something. Chain. I just wanted to add a chain in here because I actually don't know how to craft a chain. I believe it is 2 iron ingots sideways, just, like, here, let's just get some iron ingots here. Let me get 2. Why did I just do that? Alright, and I need a crafting bench. I believe I have 1 here. And I believe to make a chain, you just do that. No, that's a wooden pressure plate. Huh, I wonder how it is to make a chain. I'm mod review guy. Here, wait, let me just try one more time. Wait, what? Okay, one more time, and then I promise you we'll get back to the mod review. Now, if it's not like that, is it like this? No? Like that? Oh, yep, it's like this. It has to be, I believe this is vertical, in an up and down pattern, just two, and it will give you a chain link. Alright, I wanted to add that because I believe you can make armor in here. Here, wait, let me check. Oh, wait, no, it's another way of making chain armor. Yeah, there we go. I remember that. I actually, use this mod. Now, here we have the wooden spear. You see, it's, all damaged and deadly. So let me just get some mobs here. Not zombies. Let me just get a villager. You guys see nothing. This isn't accusing of the innocent. But with a spear, I believe you right-click it. I think, no. You hit them. Yeah, you just regularly hit them. And it has, like, an extra length. See? See how it kind of has, like, that extra length compared to a sword? Now, here, actually, I have a sword. That's why I have the sword for comparison. Where did I put the sword? The sword's still in the chest. I probably should have grabbed it. Silly me. Alright, there we go. And you see how with a sword, you have to go, like, up in his face and, like, attack him like that. With a spear, you can just, like, go farther away and, kill him. And with the dagger, it has a lower, reach than the sword, and -2 reach, so you have to get, like, really up in his face and be like, hey, what's your problem? And the war axe has 1 armor penetration, which means if it has armor on, the opponent, let's say he had, like, diamond armor on, it would, go past that. And holy crap, I want to see how much damage this actually does. Here, wait. 2, 3, 4. Okay, about as much as Iron Sword, yeah. That's just, like, a cooler way of doing it. So that's that. Actually, I'm going to keep this one out. I just want to test it out. Now, also with this, actually, I'll get to that later. Alright, here are the arrows. With arrows, it does add extra ones. There's explosive arrow, which I believe you need gunpowder on just top of a regular arrow. Same with, all these other arrows. The flaming arrow, the explosive arrow, the ender arrow, the leech arrow. I actually don't know what they put on the leech arrow. The mystery arrow, which you add a cookie, poisonous arrow, and a piercing armor, which is diamond. Now, I forget what they add on this one and this one. No, this one. I know they add, like, TNT on top of the other ones, and the flame, I believe, with, like, a flint charge or something like that. I don't know. But I also wanted to check the quiver and the bow. These are demonstrations. It also adds a couple more enchantments. Bow power, bash power, my bad, V5. Blast damage 3. Shield effects in C5. Shield recovery, which means, how your shield recovers, 4, and bow luck 1, bow drawback 1, and bash weightless 3. Now, you see, it has a heck of cool GUI, or, animation, whatever, with this. Now, first I want to test out the quiver. I believe if you just, is it like this? No, I believe you need a crafting table. Yeah, you need a crafting table, place that there, add the quiver, and add 4 of any kind of, there we go, see how it's working, any kind of arrow, and it will fill the quiver right up, see, boom. Now, all you have to do to remove these is just simply right click and it'll just pour all of them out. Very simple, very easy, a very creative way of having more inventory space. But let's just check out how these work for now. Alright, let me just access my little chest over here. And I'm just going to put all of these in here. I'm going to test the flame bow first. Is it? Yeah, the flame bow. Alright, let's test it. Let's test this baby out. Why isn't it? There we go. So you just simply, regularly fire your bow, and I believe it should be catching on fire. I don't know. Here, let me just check. I think the arrows are on fire. I don't think they have, like, a GUI for it yet. Or do I have, like, arrow? Let me get rid of the quiver real quick. Alright, now let's try it. No. Huh, I think they're just, like, do more damage or something. I wonder. Alright, that was the flaming arrow. Here is the mystery arrow, which is very mysterious because I don't know what it does. I probably should test these out before, but, why not? Surprise. Mystery arrows. I think they just have, like, a surprise effect on a player. I believe they do. Alright, let me just spawn you. And don't try to escape. You're being here for science. Leech arrow. I believe the leech arrow, like, takes away health as well. I believe. I don't know. Oh, sheep. Alright, let's test out on these suckers. Man, my bow skills are terrible. Just look at this. Come on. Hit! There we... Oh, whoa, that was pretty powerful. So, leech arrows, I guess, are more powerful than regular arrows. Poison arrows sound, you know, pretty generic. They poison animals. Oh, jeez. One thing that I can't one-shot. Jeez Louise. Obviously, these arrows are pretty powerful, so I do not suggest using them, you know, just to fight chickens. Here, wait. Does that have a poison effect? I think it gives players poison effects. I don't know. Maybe there's a type of... Is there a type of bow that's specifically meant for this? No, there's not a type of bow specifically meant for this. I don't know why it's not working then. Ender arrow. I believe these arrows, if you shoot one, you teleport. I don't know why it's not working. Maybe I have to be in game mode 0 for it to work. Alright, let's test this out. Alright, why isn't it working? Why isn't it working? Why isn't this working? Okay, apparently I'm having some technical difficulties here, guys. I do not know why, but apparently I am. Okay, so explosive arrow. I believe they just, you know, explode. Please let this one work, God. No. Alright, fine. It's not working. It's not working. Apparently they fire normal, regular arrows. I do not know why. Piercing arrows, I believe they do more damage than a normal arrow. This one should work, hopefully. Come on. Don't make a fool of me, mod review. Come on. Alright, well, there's something that happens with these arrows. But, yeah, those were that and that stuff. Wait, I put these away. I remember I put these away. Alright, anyway, so I apologize for not knowing, you know, I'm stupid. But, anyway, that was arrows, and let's get to shields. Now, it's getting dark again. I will try and hurry this up, but the next mod review is actually pretty short. These are shields. These are diamond, gold, iron, hide, and wood. Now, you can see like the little seconds on it. That means how long it will block. Like 1 second, 1.5 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, and 5 seconds. Now, to demonstrate this, I'm just going to use the simple iron one. I believe, 1 second, if I am correct. Let me just go into game mode 0 here. Maybe this is one of those that only works. Huh, I tested this out earlier. Well, not earlier, like, what was it? In one of my, previous experiences, and it worked by right-clicking. I don't know why it's not working. Maybe you have to have the feature that I haven't mentioned yet, but, yeah, I'm getting to that feature right now. Now, this feature, it adds both your hands. That's right, your left hand is no longer just there anymore. You can actually see it, and, let me just place that right there, you know, No one saw that. But anyway, the default key to do this is simply just R, and then it will have both your hands in your availability. You still only punch with your right hand, though. But you can add stuff to your other hand. Isn't that cool? Now, if you move, like, your wheel or whatever, your mouse wheel, it will actually move the item slots in your right and left hands. That's actually kind of cool. Now, to access and put stuff into these hands, all you gotta do is go into your inventory, hit BG Battle Gear Mod, and voila, you will have all this stuff. Now, you can add your shield to your left hand, obviously it's equipped, and then you can add your sword to your left hand, which is obviously equipped, which I'm also gonna add my axe, and I'm also gonna add, nah, why not, no. But all you have to simply do is just move your wheel, and boom, there you go. You have an awesome appearance. Just look at this, look at this, look at me, guys. I'm holding a shield. This is amazing. And it actually tells you your health bar damage thing for your iron sword. Now, yeah, there we go. Alright, it says iron sword when it comes up, but this is your shield thing. It has to be in one of your hands, and then when you go up, you just simply right-click, and this little bar that you see there is your shield. Now, when it runs out of that blue little good bar-y feeling, that means you can no longer block, but this is a really cool mod, I think. Really cool. And here's, you know, the war axe, and, oh, I didn't know this. Alright, let me try. Alright, if you simply just left-click with your right hand. Alright, this is kind of confusing. If you left-click with your right hand, it will use... Wait, no. If you left-click, it will use your right hand. If you right-click, it will use your left hand. Now, I want to see if this works for... If you have just two different weapons in... Yeah, it still works. Alright, right-click for your left hand, left-click for your right if you are, you know, want to dual-wield and go, oh, ninja on your face. That's right. Alright, but, yeah, guys, that is how you do that. I think it's really pretty freaking cool. It is an amazing mod. Whoops, that they have added, and I believe no, this isn't that mod, but this is an amazing mod. I love it. It is absolutely cool. And this SIGIL thing, I don't know what that's for. I didn't, do too much research into this, but yeah, guys, that was actually this is a really good mod. I love it. It's one of my favorites. I highly suggest that you go and, get this mod. And yeah, guys, it's a pretty good mod. Now, let's move on to our next mod review. This one will be shorter, I promise you. Now, this next mod review I'm doing is the Backpack mod. Now, the Backpack mod is another one of my favorites, and it just basically adds backpacks into Minecraft. Wow, how cool is that? Now, to craft one of these backpacks, you're simply just going to need some leather and put it in this ring shaped around the crafting table. Now, you can also dye these by putting just regular dye into the crafting recipe. And my favorite color is blue. The default one is brown. And you can make large backpacks by placing, what's it called? Bound leather. Yeah, by placing bound leather into a ring-shaped pattern like so. And, jeez, let me just put you up there. And to make bound leather, I believe it is a leather in the center, then 4 string in diamond shape. That may or may not be correct. I haven't, used this backpack mod in a while, and I'm just going off this information off the top of my head. But I believe that's how it goes. Now, you can also craft a tool. Is it what's it called? It should be in the chest. It's called a workbench backpack. Now, to do that, I believe it's simply just to add a crafting table into the center where a backpack would normally go, and boom, you got your, thing. Oh, and I'm in creative. My bad. 1 second. Let me just. There we go. Item frame, and we do that, and then we just hit with it, and boom. Now, you can also craft an ender backpack. Now, I do not know how this backpack works. I think it works like corresponding with an ender chest. You have a backpack, you put stuff in that backpack. Let's say you burn in lava, go to an ender chest at your home. I think the stuff's in your ender chest. I believe that's how it works. And to craft that, you simply just need to put an ender chest where you would normally put dye or crafting table in. That's how you would make the ender backpack. Now, back in, previously I've used this mod, yes, and back there, I believe you could put your backpack. You can't. But a cool feature would be you could put your backpack where your chest plate was, and then you could just carry that backpack around, and it would be so cool because it wouldn't take up any inventory because you'd be carrying it on your back. But I don't know what happened to that, guys. But yeah, guys, I believe that's how this works. Now, this is the big blue backpack, the workbench backpacks. Now, the workbench, you simply, just do stuff. Now, I'm going to demonstrate how to work these backpacks. Simply just take your simple backpack and then right-click, and then boom, you have a whole entire inventory thing. And I'm just going to put a couple random items. I picked out creative in there, and boom, it works. Now, if you try to, if you're right-clicking and you try to move your backpack into your, inventory space, it will pop out because backpacks don't go into backpacks, guys. And here is a comparison from the little backpack to the big backpack. A lot more room. I think this actually has enough squares like a double chest. I believe so. Now, here I have the workbench backpack, which is, a little backpack that has a bunch of slides to hold, stuff like, let's say, these. And apparently backpacks just don't go into backpacks. See? And it can also have like a little crafting table where you put stuff in here and then you craft. And why did I do that? And then I believe you hit C and then it crafts it. And yeah, it's the little small one. And then you got the big one which has double space. And now I just want to test this out. I actually haven't tested this out. I really should test out my mod reviews more often before I, go and do stuff like this. But I have, put some stuff in this ender chest. Now, I believe if you go and take an ender backpack, did I toss that? Yeah, I tossed that. Let me just go and get an ender backpack real quick. And you take an ender backpack, you right click, and boom, here's the ender chest that we put our stuff in. And then we can just right click and put all of our stuff that we had and like jam it in there. And then let's say, oh no, oh, how convenient. You drop your backpack in lava. Oh no. Oh no, what are we gonna do? But don't you worry. It is safe inside this ender chest. That's right, guys. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing in nature of life. Beautiful, and apparently all the stuff that in it goes away. But anyway, guys, if you like these mods, they will be down in the description. The links to them will certainly be there too. And wait, okay, derp. But they'll be down in the description. I really highly suggest getting these mods because they are amazing. I mean, come on, two hands, two hands in Minecraft. It's like a circle. Come on, come on. We can do all this kung fu fighting stuff. Kung fu fighting. Hooah! But yeah, guys, this is a really great video. Not video mods. I love them. Now, if you guys like these videos, please go down and, subscribe to receive more videos like this daily. Let's not forget, daily. They will always be daily. Maybe. And also, plus, go down in the comments and comment on what you like to see from my channel. And, suggest more mod reviews, like, I don't know. What's a good mod review? I don't know. Just a mod review that you want me to review. And I will, go, oh no. I will go do that. And also, plus, think about leaving a like, because if you leave a like, it really shows me that you like my videos and what I do and the time that I put into doing them, and, it just warms my heart completely. It warms it. I love it. Now, thank you guys for watching, and, like always, I'll see awesome people later. Goodbye.